guys, it's Emma and I'm back today for you with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about whether or not I think certain romance couples stayed together or did not in fact stay together after the book ended. I was originally inspired to do this video by Eden Victoria. I think it was one of her TikToks, but nevertheless I will leave her YouTube channel down in the description. If I happen to say that your favorite couple gets, what, divorced?
Divorce, babe, divorce.
Halfway down the line, it's nothing personal, okay? This is all for fun. Because I will be talking about romance couples that get together, this video will be probably very full of spoilers, okay? So if you would like, the description box is gonna have all of the books that I talk about in this video in case you just wanna skip by any. Before we actually get started, I would really appreciate it if you guys would look down in the description box for all the links there that I have for you guys pertaining to stuff going on in the world right now. And those links will be down there for you guys to interact with and to share. And then down in the comment section, let me know whether or not you guys have read these romance books, whether you want to read them, whether you agree or disagree with anything I have to say about whether or not these couples stay together, what you think would happen later down the line for these couples, the works, right? So with that being said, let's just get running into it. First, we have Ava and Alex from Twisted Love, all right? And yes, I do think they would stay together, but only, well, mostly because Alex would not let Ava leave him. And that's not necessarily a good thing. Okay, the dude has resources. He will find her.
I will look for you. I will find you.
Next, we have Bridget and Reese from Twisted Games. Yes, they will stay together. All right, I'll write it into law if I have to. Okay, Bridget did it in order to be able to marry her damn bodyguard. Also, it's a bodyguard romance. What did y'all expect from me? Jules and Josh from Twisted Hate.
Oh, Lord.
No. All right, no, quite frankly, I do not think either of them will stay together, all right? And I'm trying to decide whether or not I think that because I just simply don't like either of them as characters, or if I genuinely don't think they would last. I'm gonna say both. I absolutely despised Jules and Josh as separate characters. Just the whole thing with like the bar and like making it a competition to see how many people's numbers we can get and then essentially just never do it again. It was just such an ego. It was so gross to me. The more that I read about them, the smarmier they both seemed. But while I didn't like Jules, I don't think that even she deserves to have to put up with the shit that Josh Chen does. Literally, Josh Chen is the reason why I look sideways at any other male main character or male love interest particularly that is named Josh. What Josh does to her, Jules knows better. All right, she will not put up with that shit for too long. Then we have Stella and Christian from Twisted Lies, and I think they will stay together. However, I do think there is a very big possibility for Stella to just get fed the fuck up with how paranoid Christian is about her safety, which, all right, with what happens in this book, it's kind of warranted. However, I too would get a little irritated if my boyfriend, of all people, started playing Smother Mother. Next, we have Ricki and Ezra from A Love Song for Ricki Wilde, and I think they will stay together, but it's not for what I would call stable reasons. All right, hear me out. Yes, they're both physically attracted to one another, but that was about all I felt from them when I was reading the book. All right, there wasn't really any intimacy, I guess. It was all just, oh yeah, no, we're cosmically linked. Let's smash, you know what I mean? Just because y'all are cosmically fated doesn't mean that y'all are gonna like one another automatically, you know what I mean? That just means that y'all are destined to be together. Being cosmically fated is like the base, all right? Now we gotta build some stuff on top of it, you know, in order to actually build some like between the two of us. Because imagine being cosmically fated to somebody that you just cannot stand. I'm obviously not saying that being sexually attracted to somebody is bad, all right? And that cannot be a basis for a relationship. But there has to be a little something more in order for me to believe that, oh yeah, no, this is like an epic cosmically fated love story. No, baby doll, it just feels to me like y'all are cosmically fated to fuck. Next, we have Briar, Glenn, Kenta, and Matt, all from Triple Duty Bodyguards. I hate to bring the bearer bad news.
Hate to break it to you, Angel.
All 4 of them together? No, not at all. Alright, Briar just simply doesn't care enough about Kenta or Matt to stay in a relationship with all 4 of them. On the other hand, Briar and Glenn? Yes. Honestly, Briar and Glenn were the only ones that had any chemistry. Now, we have Asako and Kotaro from Sweat and Soap, and yes, alright, if they don't stay together, bury me in the ground, because I have no use left for this world.
If you could just squish me.
Then we have Sunny and Killar from Games with the Orc, and yes, I think they would stay together. I really loved their dynamic. Killar being a sex worker and them having that little sex excursion, okay? They obviously got to know each other sexually, and then afterwards, they were like, oh yeah, no, well let's learn about one another outside of your work. And I really liked that. I thought it was really cute. Oh, brother. Next. We have Maya and Noah from Throttled, and no. Maya, hopefully, would just get sick of Noah's shit that he just does on a regular basis, if or when she, hopefully, grows the hell up. Next, on the chopping block, we have Clara and yet another Josh from The Roommate, okay? No.
Security, get the unworthy out of my ring.
Oh, come on now.
No, they will not last. Not at all. Now that I think about it, they might just last, but that's only because Clara will not be able to get up the self-confidence to leave this son of a bitch, okay? Personally, I don't think either of them should be together. Clara is a little bit too insecure to be in a relationship with anybody, honestly, let alone a porn star. All right, that's gonna drive a poor girl up the wall. And then Josh is just mean, all right? Any argument they get into, he just throws the fact that she had a comfy upbringing, God forbid, back in her face and just makes her feel like shit. All right, he's awful. And I hope he chokes on his own tongue.
Drag her.
So while I mostly don't think they would actually stay together, I could see a possible future where Clara just doesn't have the self-confidence to leave him, in which case we need to help our girl. Now we have Rhea and Orpheus from A Soul to Keep, and I think they would stay together. One, because of the mate thing, and also because Rhea literally has Orpheus eating out of the palm of her hand. But yeah, no, we all better hope that Orpheus never becomes a victim of anything. Because if he does, Rhea just might victim blame him, out of the blue. The same way she did with Katarina. Out of the blue. Y'all. The next relationship that I'm judging, alright, is Braxton, Houston, Lauren, and Jericho from Lilac. And yes, I think they all would in fact stay together. They have all been through some shit together. They worked out a ton of stuff in this book. However, if by some wild chance that y'all don't in fact stay together, give me Jericho. Like right now, okay? I'll take him off your hands so fast it'll make your head spin, honeycomb. Alright? Give me the drummer, bitch! Now we have Harper and Ryan from Only for a Night, and no, I do not think they will stay together. This dude has anger issues out the wazoo, and they're a little frightening. Okay? So, no. I think she will pack her shit and leave. Or tell him to pack his shit and leave. So either way. It's unfortunate that we must put their names out into the universe, but we do what we must. Liz and Rahash from Barbarian Alien. The bane of my existence. Yes, they will in fact stay together. The only reason these two would be staying together is because Liz is a victim of Stockholm Syndrome and Rahash is her rapist. And personally, alright, I will never forgive that book for making the tribe, the rest of the tribe, look like villains for literally trying to separate the abuser and his victim.
Electric chair.
If you ever come up to me and talk to me about Barbarian Alien just in the wild, I will act like I have no clue who you are. Okay? Don't do that to me. Please. Please! Next! We have Saris and Kingfisher from Quicksilver, and yes, they would, okay? Because we have the whole fated mates thing, which we all know I love, but they also have that dynamic that they grow, okay? Because they go from enemies to lovers, and that whole transition was, I think, really, really, really well done, all right? Especially the little subtle things that made you notice that, oh wait, no, they're actually like starting to like one another. It was so sweet. However, also on the off chance that y'all maybe don't stay together, I will also take Kingfisher off your hands. Don't get it twisted, girly. I will. Now we have Elspeth and Aegir from the Rake, or the Orca who met his match in a Selkie desiring revenge. Yes, they would in fact stay together, and if they don't, there is no hope whatsoever, y'all, for the rest of us. Yikes. Because now we have Nora and Bear, or Ennis, he is known as Bear, from Sex, Lies, and Sensibility, and no. Please, no. Nora, get behind me, girl, please. Okay, I just want Nora to be single. I, one, don't want them to stay together, for many reasons that we will get into, but also because I just think Nora will just get so fed up with Bear, all right? The shit that he pulls or tries to pull, all right? No, she's just gonna get sick of it. And you know what? We love to see it. I just wanted her to get the inn done and then rent a cabin somewhere and be by herself, because that's what she deserves. With the amount of crap that she has to put up from everybody in here, from one, her mom, who was not only the other woman, but knowingly brought children into that situation, and then didn't tell her children that they were, in fact, the other woman's children until the funeral of their dad, and she didn't even tell them herself. She let the wife tell them.
What the fuck is going on in here on this day?
Second, from her ditz of a sister, who's like, oh yeah, no, I need to go and chase a dude that I've met like 48 hours ago because we're in love. And then just doesn't contribute to any of the work. And any work that she does contribute to, she's like completely out of budget because she's just so out of touch. Unbelievable. And then thirdly, from Bear, all right, the crap that she puts up with from this man, I could never, all right, give this woman a Purple Heart, okay, because her spirit has so much charity in it, it needs to be studied, because this man is not only a liar, is not only a coward, but is also a cheater, all right? He had a whole secret girlfriend, and the only reason that he apologized to Nora was because Nora found out about it.
Shame!
Now we have Nicole and Carlos from The Proposal, and I think they could stay together. This is gonna be one of my only maybes in this video, okay? Cause I do think they could make it work. It's just they both have very big character flaws that they kind of have to handle before they get into a relationship, especially with one another, all right? Cause Carlos pole vaults to conclusions, all right, and acts childishly about it. And Nicole is dense. Very, very dense. So dense, in fact, that she invites herself over to multiple places. Not only Carlos's house, but the hospital where Carlos's cousin is giving birth. And she just magically shows up. And I get how that could be sweet and endearing, if y'all were in a relationship, but you're not. I personally was raised to believe that inviting yourself over to people's houses with just no prior arrangements is rude. I think they could make it work, but y'all got some stuff to deal with. Next, all right, we have Euron and Fury from Faebound. I'm reading the sequel now, so I don't know if they do, but I think they will. And if they do end up together, I think they could make it work. I think they could last. I honestly want them to make it last. But with that being said, okay, I know me. If someone murdered my sibling.
What murder?
I don't know if I'd be able to give that grudge up, okay? Let alone have sex with them. So while I want them to make it work, personally, I think they kind of brushed by the whole, yeah, no, you murdered my brother thing a little bit too quickly. Now we have Liz and Silas from Sanctuary, and yes, I want them to stay together, and I think they would, okay? They just have such good chemistry. Their communication is amazing, okay? And it is so refreshing to see it. It truly is. Okay, so yes, Liz and Silas, they will live happily ever after, old McDonald on that farm. Now we have Claudia and Shep from Haven, which is the first book, and Sanctuary is the second book in that series. And look, while I think they both would stay together, I do not think it would be healthy in the slightest, okay? Because I think they're both codependent on one another, and codependence is not healthy in a relationship. It's just not. Subconsciously, they both hang on to one another because they both think that they need this person to heal from the trauma that they both experienced. And while I think that can be good in a way, in healthy doses, I don't think that's happening here, okay? Especially because, like, they know each other, like, after however many months, and all of a sudden they want to get married.
What the fuck is going on in this neighborhood? We don't get down like that.
Yeah, just the codependence thing, it makes me a little cautious, because it's just not healthy. It's just not. It's not fair to either of y'all. Now, we have Isla and Luciana from the Phoenix Keeper, and no, I do not think these women stay together whatsoever. All right, the type of woman that Luciana is.
My God, what a woman.
No, I think she's gonna get fed the hell up with just how judgy Isla is and how childish she is. I still can't get over the fact that what bridges these two from being literal rivals to lovers, all right, and the rivals thing is even a little bit dodgy, what bridges these two together is Isla's epiphany at 20-something years of age. Please let me emphasize that. She is 20-something years of age when she has the wild epiphany of, you never know what other people are going through. Yeah, no, I think Luciana's gonna get sick of that, if she's anything like me. Lastly, all right, the piece de resistance, if I do say so myself, Chloe and Red from Get a Life, Chloe Brown. All right, yes, they do. Once again, if these two don't stay together, I have no hope left for any type of romance in my life. I just don't. He's a thick thigh appreciator, and we love to see it. So you guys, those were all of the romance couples that I think will and will not stay together. I hope that you've enjoyed. Let me put this down. Like I said earlier, let me know down below whether or not y'all think these couples would stay together, you know, considering that we are all, in fact, certified couples therapists as of right now. So you guys, with that being said, I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you continue to look out for more stuff on my channel. I hope that you guys are staying safe. And lastly, I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.